Hello everybody and welcome to JTV. Today we're thrilled to be joined by Yechiel Jacobs. He's joining us from Florida across the pond. Yechiel Jacobs has over the past few weeks and months gone pretty viral in the online throughout the world, where he talks about his views on Israel but particularly responds to them. And rather than me talking about it, let me just show you a couple of clips so you get the idea of what it is that he does that makes him so unique.
Our day will come, but we must normalize massacres as the status quo. Thank you.
You're welcome. Great speech, by the way. I love how you carried the crowd. What did he just say? What did he just say? Gen Z Hitler just gave a speech on a stage in front of the entire planet saying that we gotta normalize massacres, and everybody's like, yeah, it's a great idea. What the heck is wrong with these people? And we're the ones on trial for genocide when they're literally on stage like it's an opera yelling to the world that they want to kill people. No, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. By the way, not that it matters or anything, but the flag that was in front of his little podium of terrorism was a Palestinian flag. Not that that's going to make a difference, because apparently Palestinian people can say whatever they want and nobody hears it. But whatever, just saying.
So, Yechiel, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. The first question that I have, and I think most people will have, is this your real accent?
Absolutely, this is my real accent. I'll tell you what, my accent gets a little bit more intense the more stupid things I see. And in the past few months, there's been a lot of stupid stuff out there, so I've been very into my accent nowadays. But this is real, this is genuine.
Wow. Okay, well, there you go. We've now confirmed it. For the first time, exclusive on JTV, this is indeed Yechiel Jacobs' real accent. So thanks for clarifying that. Appreciate that a lot. So look, what I thought we should do today is get your response to some of the comments to your videos that we've seen online, your brilliant videos, and also have a look at some other anti-Israel content that's featured online to see what you have to say about it. So I want to start off by just reading out to you a few comments that have been written on some of your videos. So we have one comment which says, "I just watched all your videos and you are not funny. Free Palestine." Yechiel, what do you have to say to this person?
Oh my god, these people. I can't handle them. This idiot had to watch all 45 of my videos to come to the conclusion that they don't find me funny. What are you doing with your time? You're going through all my videos one by one, and then you didn't know yet if I'm funny or not? These guys, and they ended off with Free Palestine, these people. I can't handle them.
We got another one that says, "What Israel is doing is making me uncomfortable. Free Palestine." Any thoughts?
I'm so sorry. I really apologize that the Jews protecting themselves makes you a little bit uncomfortable. I didn't know that. We can guys, pull the troops out of Gaza. We're making Lizzie from Canada uncomfortable. We're not doing this to make you comfy. That's not what we're doing here. This isn't a spa day. You want me to come to your house with cucumbers and put it on your eyes and give you a back rub? This is not what we're doing. We're protecting our people here. Get over it. My God.
This guy is responding to an Israeli that was interviewed briefly on some kind of social media channel.
It's also so indicative of how Israeli propaganda works, because the words Free Palestine for Israeli people and Zionists are somehow connotated with the destruction of the state of Israel and the removal of Jewish people, when in reality what Palestinians are talking about is freedom from oppression from the Zionist settler colonial apartheid regime.
So your thoughts on that, Yechiel?
It's so twisted, in my opinion. All right, first of all, this guy looks like he just graduated from Harvard. He's one of those guys. What they do is they take a situation, a simple line. It's such an easy line. Free Palestine. All I want to do is free Palestine. Why are you guys so bothered by that? It's an innocent little saying. It's nothing bad. But then they don't look into what it actually means. The idea of freeing Palestine from the river to the sea is literally getting rid of the state of Israel entirely. Like the idea, it makes
Which he denied. He denied that in the video.
What did he deny?
He denied that Free Palestine means removing Israel.
That's absurd. So what does it mean? If it means get rid of the oppression is also a lie. What oppression are you talking about? Again, 2,800,000 Arabs living in Israel. The freedom to vote, the freedom to do whatever they like, become prime minister, learn how to play golf, whatever you want to do. So what oppression are you referring to? You're referring to the checkpoints that Israel has to put up because of the terrorists that constantly try to sneak in and blow up all the innocent people? Are you referring to the Gaza being an open air prison? Because if not, Israel would be eliminated entirely. Like, what are you referring to? Oppression my toches?
Okay, let's take a look at another clip. So, this is not so much anyone making any arguments, but this is just a video put out by Funny Queen Mitu on TikTok. Just take a look.
على عهدي على ديني على أرض تلاقيني أنا لأهلي أنا فديهم أنا دمي فلسطيني 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 أنا دمي فلسطيني.
What are you doing? What are you doing? And you know how many times they had to practice her drinking the fake poison water and spitting it out like a fountain? What are you doing with your time? You guys look like a bunch of idiots, and that's the worst acting in the world. They came straight out of Hollywood. What are you doing? Terrible and really not great, in my opinion. I didn't find that funny.
Out of 10, what do you rate it?
Negative 2.6.
Oh, like the number of Jews in the Palestinian territories.
Very good. You're catching on, my friend. Let's go, baby. Next.
Okay, next. Right, this is a bunch of students. They thought it'd be a good idea to get the Palestine flag, again created in 1964, and posted all around their school, including over one particular bookmark, which when you see, I'll be interested to see what you think of that.
على عهدي على ديني على أرض تلاقيني أنا لأهلي أنا فديهم أنا دمي فلسطيني 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 أنا دمي فلسطيني.
Well, yeah, the whole thing is so confusing. I'm just confused. The only word I could think of when I see idiots doing stuff like this is I'm confused. Do you not think a little bit before you do things like this? Like, 1 second, okay. The heads of the Palestinian Hamas, they literally kill gay people, like literally. And then you're gonna go around being pro-gay with the pro-Palestinian together. It doesn't exactly mixture well. It's fire and water. You're not gonna. What are you doing? It doesn't make sense. These people are gonna give me an aneurysm. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't handle it.
Unless they're trying to cover up the gay pride and trans flag.
In that case, that's if anything, that's a little bit more accurate. Like, that would actually make sense. If they're trying to cover it up completely and say no more gays, then that's accurate, and that would be true information, and that's fine because that's what it is, the reality.
Okay, so this is a clip from on TikTok featuring Katie and Ariam. All right, I know Katie and Aria is the name of the account. Have a look.
I need all of my followers to know right now that I am Free Palestine, and if that is something that you do not support, I am very happy for you to end this journey with me right now and unfollow me. I haven't spoken on this topic over the past couple of weeks. That does not mean that I am mutual. That does not mean that I do not take a side in this matter. It pains me every single day to be privileged to sit in my warm home, be able to put my baby to bed and know that she's safe at night, while watch all of these events unfold to innocent civilians and feel so helpless in the matter. There is so much fake news going around. There is so much propaganda being used to fool people into believing what is happening in Palestine can be justified. They will tell you that the leaders of terrorist groups are hiding under hospitals so that when they bomb these hospitals, which is just full of very vulnerable people, that was okay to do.
I'm just very glad I wasn't following in the first place because this lady's an idiot, an absolute idiot. And I'm glad I'm not following this lady. And I think she needs to get out of Iraq and start looking at the facts of what's really happening in the world, because Israel's not bombing hospitals because we like killing people. We're bombing hospitals because Hamas puts themselves in there after they just fired 100,000 rockets into Israel. Okay? Again.
It's crazy. Do you think she genuinely believes that Israel wants to bomb hospitals? Because that's what she's saying.
Unfortunately, I genuinely believe that she genuinely believes that, and that's the really sad reality of what's happening nowadays. They genuinely believe, but they don't think too far into it because they actually thought about it, and if they actually went to Israel and looked, they would know it's not true. But unfortunately, they do believe this stuff because there's so much pro-Palestine propaganda out there, and it's overwhelming. I think when it comes to the social media war, unfortunately, Israel's losing that war, and these people are the victims of this situation.
Well, she says that you've been brainwashed.
Yeah, but not in this case. I don't. I disagree. I disagree.
Right, now let's take a look at this one.
Um,
Yechiel, your thoughts?
I can't believe we just watched that entire video. I can't believe we just did that. I'm gonna be honest. I can't believe me and you. Okay, we got stuff to do. That's what we just did for the past. How long was that? 10 hours. This lady, I don't know what she's trying to show here in her little fairy tale skit that she's doing, but I'm not buying it. That's just me. Okay.
There's some comments that I've seen on Threads, which is like the new kind of equivalent to Twitter, or X, as I should refer to it now. This is a comment by well, the name is Ani.g on Threads, and they wrote Hamas equals resistance group, Israel equals oppressors. So simple, it's easier than 2 plus 2. What do you have to say to that?
I think there's a reason why she didn't put the equal sign at the end of 2 plus 2 because she obviously doesn't know what it equals if this is the crap that she's coming up with. Amy.g. What kind of name is Amy? These people, these people make me want to blow my head off, okay? I can't handle them. Oh my God. Crazy.
Pretty wild. This is Amy.g. In, in her bio, she says, I don't like y'all. All right, let's. Yeah, okay. So there's another one. See, it's funny. This is a comment I saw, which is actually on the Israel side in defense of Israel, which I just thought put it quite succinctly. Palestine is an actual terrorist state. The Gaza Strip is governed by Hamas, and resistance fighters don't rape and murder civilians. So I thought that was quite well put. I'm sure you have nothing to disagree with there. We've got Passion Heart. This is Passion Heart on Threads, has written out many times, do not stop talking about, and then has the Palestine flag, created in 1964, by the way, in 2024. Written out many times, a bit like Bart Simpson on the whiteboard. What do you have to say about that, Yechiel?
It looks like Passion Heart has a stutter. That's what it looks like to me. I think they have a little bit of a speech impediment. How many times do you have to write it? We saw it the first 70,000. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know. Hopefully that she was hoping that it would sink in after the 12th time. Here we have something from. Okay, so this account is called Child of Atom, and Child of Atom has written, well, basically posted one of the most abhorrent flags that one could imagine creating. So cruel to do this to Israel, of all countries, when we all know the context why Israel was set up. What do you think about this graphic?
I don't even know what to make of this. They're taking the Jewish state of Israel and they're putting a swastika in the middle of the flag. The Nazis' number one target were the Jews. And then they're putting a swastika in the Jewish state. I don't know exactly what the plan here is, what they're trying to suggest. It's just blatant stupidity, in my opinion. I feel like I don't have to say anything more than the image on the screen.
Okay, let's take. So I want to show you. This is a comment we had on one of our JTV clips that we posted on Facebook, literally just a few days ago. This is Tariq Mehmood, and you can see him here. This is his Facebook page. He's from Islamabad, Pakistan, and he just wrote Yehudi, which means Jew in Arabic. Jewish pigs, he said.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You giving us that name. I don't know if it's exactly a kind of name that's appropriate, being that a pig is not exactly a kosher animal and we don't eat pigs. But listen, if it makes you feel better about yourself and you feel like you might get a few more friends for making a comment like that, you do you. That's what I gotta say to this gentleman over here.
Galab officials written, I can't wait to visit a free Palestine. Again, written it several times over. What's your message to Galab?
So I don't know what excites you in life. If gay people getting killed and babies being kidnapped and people being murdered in the street is what's exciting to you, then yeah, you're probably gonna have a blast by a free Palestine. But if you're not into that stuff, you should probably delete your post. That's my opinion.
Okay, so here we have a comment from Mary J.A. Carter. Are you ready to make history? My pro-Palestine brothers and sisters, I know you've got 2 minutes for this. The IJC will soon address South Africa's challenge to Israel. This is nothing short of the most defining moment of our generation. We failed Palestine. Don't look away. I want you, yes you, to head to the pinned tweet and take 2 minutes to tell the IJC that the world stands with Gaza. The context, of course, here is that South Africa is taking Israel to the ICJ, the International Court of Justice, claiming that Israel is committing genocide. Yechiel, your thoughts on this?
So these are my thoughts. They're also convicting Israel of being an apartheid, and the problem is that there are 2 million Arabs living in the state of Israel with the freedom to vote, freedom to do whatever they'd like. Matter of fact, an Arab can become the prime minister of Israel. Like they literally can. If you go to Gaza, the only Jews that are there are the ones that were kidnapped. So you tell me where the apartheid is. The fact that nobody's doing this to Hamas and no one's bringing them into court is a little bit bothersome, and I feel like it's a little bit biased in my opinion. Okay, it's ridiculous, these claims. In South Africa, I didn't even know they had a government there. That's new to me. Very interesting.
I do wonder why it is that they haven't considered taking Hamas to the ICJ. Why do you think that is?
The only answer I could possibly give to you, it's this little word, okay? It's called anti-Semitism. It's this cute little word people like to do. And yeah, basically, you're dealing with a case where it's so blatantly obvious that the other side is so wrong. They do everything that they're convicting Israel of doing, and they're assuming Israel's doing. The other side is doing it and videoing it and then saying, guys, look at me, I'm doing it. And then everyone's ignoring them. And they're like, but Israel just tried killing innocent people by dropping a bomb on a terror site, and the whole thing's twisted. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, this stuff.
Let's have a look at another. Okay, very simple comment here. Daryl X BIJ1 says on Threads, "Free Palestine, you factless Zionist."
Did you do any research before you made the post? Did you check any facts? Did you do anything that involved reading of the sort? God forbid. I highly doubt this guy graduated from kindergarten, in my humble opinion. But I could be wrong, but probably not.
What do you think he means when he says "Free Palestine"?
I believe what he means, he gives me the from the river to the sea kind of energy, this guy. Okay, it probably means that to eradicate the entire state of Israel and to implement the Palestinian people, which, by the way, are also Jews. I want to get something clear here because this has been bothering me to no end. Okay, people say the Palestinians versus the Israelis. Jews were also Palestinians. Matter of fact, my great grandparents are Palestinian. They were born in the land of Palestine before it was established as a Jewish state. So for people to assume Palestinians are only Arabs, they were also Jews and Christians. So what are you talking about, free Palestine? It's ridiculous. A free Palestine would be a place where Palestine would have the original people that were living there, I would assume, right? So that means you would have Jews, you would have Christians, and you would have Muslims. And who's living in Israel right now? Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Meanwhile, how many Jews are living under Palestinian control?
I think give or take -2 or maybe 3. I don't remember. I didn't check.
Yeah, also quite ironic. Okay, let's look at another one. This is Asfa Hanarif has written, remember that many Muslims all over the world are suffering as well as Palestine. Yes, that's quite an important point to raise. Quite peculiar how people aren't really focused on the hundreds of thousands of people killed and displaced just in the last few months alone throughout the Middle East. Whether it's Afghanistan and Pakistan or Sudan and Yemen. May Allah and all the oppressed Muslims ease their pain and suffering, forgive their sins, and etc. etc. What do you say to this? I think it's a man, yeah, Asfa. What would you say to him about the reason for why there's been such little focus on atrocities that are occurring throughout the Arab world outside of Gaza?
This comes back to what we said before. It falls under the little tiny category called anti-Semitism, because the reality is that these aren't Jews that are hurting the other Arabs. It's other Arabs. So who would want to bother looking into that? Because it's not exciting when you can't blame the Jews for it, because the excitement is when you get to blame the Jewish guy. That's all the fun in the anti-Semitism game, okay? So in these other cases, there are no Jews doing the hurting. And in Israel, by the way, there are no Jews doing the hurting either, but the lie is that Jews are, so it's more exciting. So they just focus on the Palestinians rather than the way more deaths that are happening around the world with Muslim people and Arab people, unfortunately.
So you mean to tell me that you think a lot of the empathy towards the Palestinian people is actually just a veneer, a facade for hatred of Jews? Is that what you're saying?
That's what all the facts point to. Yeah, I think so.
Interesting theory. I wonder if it'll catch on. Okay, let's take a look at another comment. I don't know what you call it. It's not a tweet on Threads. What another thread, I guess. So this is from Trippy Barra. The United States keeps giving £2,000 bombs to drop on Palestine, but Palestine doesn't have an army. It doesn't have armored divisions or air bases or submarine pens. £2,000 bombs annihilate everything within a 100-meter radius. Everything. So what possible use of £2,000 bombing Gaza except as a means of killing everyone inside hospitals, refugee camps and apartment buildings? Israel is committing genocide and America is supporting and funding it with full awareness. Quite a lot of statements made here that are, I think, unsubstantiated. But go ahead and give me a response to that, Yechiel.
I got one question for this idiot. When the October 7th massacre happened, did they come in with plastic spoons? Did they come in with forks and knives? They came in with guns. They came in with rocket launchers. They had a whole arsenal of weapons. Israel's finding crazy amount of weapons in the West Bank and in Gaza as we speak right now. So this idea that Hamas is this cute little Boy Scout group that don't have any weapons and they're just trying to be free, it's such a lie. Okay, they got crazy amount of weapons. It's ridiculous. We got to take care of this stuff. And we need 7,000-pound bombs to take care of business. And by the way, this idea that Israel's doing a genocide, I read up recently that with the amount of bombs that Israel dropped since October 7th, the whole thing happened, there's been less than 1 death per bomb that's been dropped on Gaza. If Israel wanted to do a genocide, you'd think they would kill a lot more Palestinians if they're dropping that many bombs. The reality is that they're not. They're doing whatever they can to avoid killing innocent people and get rid of the dogs and the pigs called Hamas.
And in fact, we actually just learned that the civilian to combat ratio seems to be based on estimates at the moment about 2-1. Whereas according to UN figures, when it comes to urban warfare, the global average is 9-1. So what Israel is achieving is unparalleled in the history of modern warfare. And so, quite frankly, this idea of genocide is laughable. We are the worst genociders in the history of genocide. And that's quite a statement when people claim how smart and cunning Jews are.
It's a very good point, my friend. It's a very good point.
Let's have a look at another comment. Now, you touched on this in one of your recent videos. Jesus was an Arabic Jew, apparently, living in what is now modern day Palestine. You just admitted it was Palestine. Seeing Zionists, you just played yourself.
Oh my God, Jesus was so not. Jesus can't be Palestinian because Palestine didn't exist when he was born. It's that simple. This isn't Back to the Future. You can't retroactively go back in time and become Palestinian. Doesn't make sense. It's a lie, all right? What else did this idiot say? Zionism, you played yourself. Okay, all right, buddy. All right, buddy. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for showing to us that you're an idiot. I appreciate it. It's very kind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jesus was a Jew from living in Judea. Many centuries before Islam certainly existed, or the name Palestine was attributed to the land. But anyway, who cares about facts? Okay, Mohammed Ashraf 96 says Israel equals Nazis, and Israel without capital because it's not a country. Don't know what he means by that. It's a terrorist organization. So there you go, another accusation of being Nazis.
This bothers me to the core because this is what they do. What they do is they take all the pain and suffering that Israel's experiencing from the Palestinian extremists, not all the Palestinians, because of course, not all Palestinians are bad. It's the leaders of the Palestinian groups who are very, very bad. And they take all the pain and suffering that they implement on us and they flip the script and they make it that Israel's the one doing it to them. And it's so bothersome. It's like, imagine somebody, God forbid, kills your friend. And then you go and retaliate, and then everyone says, what are you doing killing people? Your friend just died. You're trying to get this guy who killed your friend to not kill any more of your friends. You know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense. The whole thing is so backwards.
Yeah, I think that's a theme that keeps coming up, things being backwards. Okay, that's another similar comment. This is another one. We're seeing a few people saying, guys, it's working, make sure to boycott Israel. Now you'll see here that boycotting Israel apparently entails boycotting all of these companies because of their associations with Israel. And I think they're trying to imply that these organizations somehow have blood on their hands, given their little edits they've made to the logos. What do you say to this guy who's posted this on Threads?
The only thing that's working is making everybody living in America very uncomfortable and helping us out with making shorter lines by Starbucks because now we don't gotta wait so long. I don't think there's even a Starbucks in Israel. Did they not look into that? I don't think they have Starbucks in Israel. We'll have to fact check this, but I'm pretty sure there isn't. So what do you boycott? Like, they think Coca-Cola is sending billions of dollars to Israel to go fund a genocide. That's not happening. It doesn't make any sense. HP, what? Puma? Subway, maybe Subway. I could see Subway being a little shady, but besides Hyundai, no, it's not happening.
Yeah, it's basically going back to the dark ages. Once you boycott all these companies, there's going to be nothing left.
Yeah, we have to live like cavemen. I'm not down for that. I'm going to keep my Starbucks handy and my Coca-Cola.
Look, if they want to, no problem. This is Rashida Tlaib.
Oh my God, this lady. Yeah, what does she have to say? What on earth could she possibly have to say?
The Israeli government is committing the crime of apartheid. Apartheid, right. According to who? According to the UN. That famously impartial organization. Who was the head of one of their human rights councils, wasn't it Iran? The Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and B'Tselem, all of which, of course, are incredibly objective and thoroughly unbiased organizations. And she finishes by saying apartheid is a racist system of oppression. It's strange how she seems to focus on Israel when there's quite a few Arab neighboring countries, shall we say, that are actually literally apartheid in terms of their discriminatory laws. But what do you have to say to Congressman Rashida Tlaib?
I think you need a new job. I think you need to find a new job, maybe as a, I don't know, maybe a cleaning lady. I don't know, something a little bit more productive where you can use your time to actually help out the community. By calling Israel an apartheid, listen, we said this already before. There are over 2 million, I think 2,800,000 Arabs living in Israel. Okay, it's such a blatant lie when you look at the other Arab countries where there's near to no Jews living there, and then you're gonna tell us that no, Israel is the apartheid. You're basically it's like tell me you're anti-Semitic without telling me you're anti-Semitic. That's basically what she's doing over here.
You're telling me you think she might have some hostility to Jews?
I don't know. I think maybe I'm nervous saying it because it's so out of context, but I feel like just a little bit.
Yeah, you can say it. It's all right. I'll back you up on that one.
Thank you.
There's another comment I just saw on one of your videos that says to you, Yechiel, I hope your parents are proud of you, terror supporter. What do you say to this person that said that?
My parents are very proud of me, but not because I support terrorism. I know I look like I support terrorism. I give off that energy, but I'm not. They're actually proud of me because the Jewish people right now are probably going through one of the toughest times they've ever gone through in modern day history since the Holocaust. And thank God I was given the opportunity and the gift and the pleasure to be able to spread facts and laughter at the same time, where we get to educate people on what's really happening in the world because there's so many lies out there. It's ridiculous. But at the same time, for the Jewish people specifically, to make them laugh, to make my people laugh and smile and be happy in a time of such darkness, my parents are beyond proud, and I'm so beyond thankful to be given this opportunity.
Yechiel, I think you actually put that perfectly. You know, a lot of people are trying to spread light through sharing their Judaism and getting more engaged. They're trying to share facts and counter misinformation. But the fact that you've been able to do all those things, but through humor and also bring some lightheartedness to the whole discussion and all the rage on this issue has been such a service to all people who care for truth, who care for the Jewish people, who care for humanity really, and for life. I'm proud that I'm one of the I think one of the sort of initial group that's started to see your videos in the early stages, and it's so great to see.
I gotta give you a shout out. I gotta give you a shout out. When I had, I think it was 2.5 followers, you did a collab with me, and I remember seeing, I'm like, oh my god, I just got a collab with this big account. I was so excited. So thank you for believing in me and seeing that I actually have hope. I appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I saw it and I was laughing. I was one of the first to really start laughing at this stuff, and it was just so such a unique way of doing it, and just really appreciate your way of using humor to disarm the haters and to spread light. So please continue to do what you're doing, and I'm glad we got to get to know the real Yechiel with in your real accent.
Yeah, 100%.
And yeah, please just keep up the great work, and hopefully we can do this again from time to time.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.